Hi everyone, this is William here from Beyond Infinity, and today I'm going to go over another question from the Thinking Skills Sample Test that's available on the Department of Education, New South Wales Department of Education website. So this is the Selective Thinking Skills Sample Test 2022. And the question goes like this. Each card in a set of 15 cards has one of three shapes on them: a triangle, a square, or a circle. Inside the shape, a number from 1 to 9 is written. No two cards are identical. The only number that appears in both a square and a circle is 7. So, which one of the following statement must be true? All right, so you guys can pause the video to think about the question yourself first and see if you could come up with a solution before going on to the rest of the video. All right, so how do we solve this problem? This problem looks very complex, and it is one of the harder questions, I think. You just have to think of the question, approach it the right way. So here, the keys to this question is that there are 15 cards, and there's 9 numbers, 1 to 9, and only a square and a circle appears for 7. So only 7 has both a square version and a circle version. All right. So let's think about this for a moment. If we have 15 cards, right, and if we have only 9 numbers, then that means that at least there must be 15 minus 9, which equals 6 cards where your numbers have doubled up, right? Because there's only 9 numbers. Once you go through the 9, then you have to choose the rest in those 9 numbers again. And we already know that one of these is 7. It has a square and a circle, and it's the only one that appears in the square or circle. And so that leaves us with 5 other cards, which appears twice, or 5 other numbers that appears twice. Now, there are no constraint in terms of the squares and the circles. So we, for this first 9 cards, it could be all square or all circles, right? So if we write that down, if 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9, all right? If these are all circles, we know that 7 is the only one that has squares, right? So the next 5, the repeats, can't be squares, right? Because 7 is the only one. So it must be triangle. Similarly, if all of these are in fact squares, we can say the same thing. If all of these are squares, and we know that 7 is the only one that has on both square and circle, then the rest can't be circle. The rest must also be triangles. So in fact, A, C, and D are all incorrect, because we see here that it can be all circles, which means there's only 1 square, or all squares, which means there's only 1 circle. But in both cases, there must be 5 triangles. So there are at least, it must have at least 5 cards with triangle with them. So the answer for this question is actually B.